What is up, guys? It's your boy Big DUS95. I had a lot of questions in the channel after I did a video with the Micro Roni and my Polymer 80. So the Polymer 80 does not work with the Micro Roni. It's specifically made for the Glock. So there's some things I did to the Polymer 80 to get it to fit in this kit. But as you see, it does operate, and we are clear here in the chamber. There's no magazine, and it does operate. Sorry about my voice. I'm just getting over a cold, but I'm going to take this thing out of the kit here and show you exactly what I did. And this also isn't quite finished. This is the gun that I dedicate to this kit. There's a piece for the Roni kit. So this is my Polymer 80. Got some oil on it. I got a ready mod frame, and I stippled it myself. It's my first time ever stippling a handgun, but this is the firearm. Just making sure it's clear again to show you guys. So the first thing off the bat you're going to notice is the trigger guard. Polymer 80 has like a very aggressive double undercut, and it has a very aggressive lip right here. I wish I had another one to show you right now, but like I said, this is the gun that I have dedicated to the Roni kit. So luckily I didn't finish this yet. It's not smooth, but you can see what I did here. I took my Dremel and I just kept removing material and then reinstalling it into the Roni until it fit nice. Now you really need to get this kind of thin right here for it to operate correctly. So that's the first thing you need to do. And there's like a good picture of it up close. So if you want to make your Roni fit a Polymer 80, that's what I did to the trigger guard. I also filed down, I used my Dremel as well, and I filed down the rails just a little bit. I don't think this is necessary, but when I was putting and test fitting the Polymer 80 inside the Roni, I thought it was these rails that were making it sit too high, when in reality it was just the trigger guard. So you can kind of see here how it's shorter, got kind of close to this pin. So I don't really recommend having to do this, taking material off the rail here. But what you do need to do is, Polymer 80 has a kind of a extended beaver tail as well. So I took off a lot of material from here. Normally the beaver tail sticks out to the tip of my fingernail there. So I took off all that material, and as you can see, it's not finished yet. But that's a good indicate, like that shows what I had to take off there. So that's really it. All there is to it. I also had a threaded barrel. Now it will fit in the kit with the threaded barrel. I wish I had it out here with me right now. But these Ronis have a metal barrel that lines up with the flush barrel here. And the threaded barrel did fit in there perfectly, but when you fired, when the slide comes back and the barrel lifts up a little bit, the threaded barrel that sticks out a little bit farther actually jams in this. So it'll shoot once, and then it'll get jammed, locked back, and it won't cycle another round. That's really all there is to it. I know a couple guys were asking about it. I do want to say that I also have a Brownells Slide, and it doesn't quite match up with the serrations on the stock Glock slide. So right here I had to kind of Dremel out a little bit on this one, but other than that it does fit, and it does cycle with the Roni adapter, the charge handle adapter. So I'll put it back in the Roni here. Just like this. Pull this down. It's locked in place with the rails there. And then you, just like that. So the reason you have to sand down the beaver tail is because this adapter right here, this piece right here, locks the beaver tail in place so that the firearm does not move at all on this kit. And then, like I said, you just grab the charging handle and it operates every time. I don't really recommend doing this. It's a lot easier to just buy a Glock frame or a Glock 17 for this, because if you ruin your Polymer 80 frame, then you know you're SOL, you're out of luck. But you know, I wanted to make this gun a dedicated gun for this frame, and I didn't feel like buying a Glock, and I'm doing another Polymer 80 build, so I kind of took the risk. A lot of people will say it's not worth it, and another thing is I got this Roni pretty much as a gift, because the person that gave it to me tried shooting a Glock 32C out of this, and it's a compact gun, and it's the version he had is what's the word? It's compensated in the slide. So when he was shooting it, number one, his flush barrel didn't line up to this metal barrel in the Roni kit, so there's a little gap. And number two, like I said, it was compensated out this, like it had a compensated barrel and slide. So when he was shooting it, it actually, if I took this rail off, it blew apart. And honestly, you can't really see the crack. There's a crack in it that blew this all apart. Luckily, there's a screw here and a screw here that holds it together. So this whole piece split in half. So I kind of got this Roni kit. I didn't purchase it thinking I was going to have to buy a Glock. It was given to me, so I wanted to make the Polymer 80 that I already had fit into the Roni kit. And I freaking love it. You get a Vortex Crossfire red dot on there. It's the perfect height when shooting this thing, because you got to have sights that sit up a little higher just with the sight picture. You can't really have flush sights on this rail. So yeah, it's just a quick video I wanted to do to show you guys what I did to my Polymer 80 to fit the Roni kit. It's pretty simple, a lot of trial and error. I'll show you guys again here what all it looks like, just so you can pause the video, maybe take a screenshot of what you might have to do to your firearm to see what it would look like. So right there is an up close picture of the Beaver Tail, and I'm gonna clean this up with wet sanding and stuff like that. It's just I haven't gotten around to it. And here's the other side. You can see how much material is there to that back rail. It's pretty close. I was worried that I went too far, that when the gun was operating without the Roni kit, that it was going to catch my hand. It does not when I'm firing it. And then there is an up close visual of the modified trigger guard. You get both sides. You get underneath there. And while I was there, I kind of made a little undercut more, so it's more comfortable to hold, so I don't get that Glock knuckle. But yeah, it's really all there is to it. You just got to remove material. Recommend doing it slowly, and fitting it into the Roni. That way you're not taking too much. You don't want to take you want to take as little material as possible, but still have it operating functionally in the Roni kit. Thank you guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Any comments on how I did this? This is pretty much all I did, really. And it kind of looks like a Glock now with a straight grip, because the Glock has like a different angled grip. This is like a 1911 angled grip, but as you can see, the trigger guard looks more like a Glock trigger guard, and the Beaver Tail is not there anymore. So thank you guys. God bless. My target fell in the first shot.